Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today I'm going to be doing a full and in-depth review of Siri, the new personal assistant that's exclusive to the iPhone 4S. So to start off, you can activate Siri simply by holding down the home button or picking up your iPhone and raising it to your ear. And it does that by a combination of how you actually move your phone and the proximity sensor. So don't worry, you won't trip it just by putting something in front of the proximity sensor. It has to be that combination. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and activate Siri and show you guys what it can do. Now you can ask it typical questions that have normal answers like how are you doing today, or you can actually ask it things that have it do specific tasks such as reading you text messages, replying to text messages, setting up a calendar appointment, and so on. So to start off, I'm just going to activate it and show you guys what it can do. How are you doing today, Siri?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
So there you go. That was a better example of it actually responding to me. Certain times it gets hung up like that, and again, keep in mind that that is because it's just in beta right now. So once it's out of beta, I'm sure that all the weird quirks will be fixed. But again, here we are, and if you ever have a problem trying to find something to do, or you can't figure out how to do something that you want it to do, you can just hold it down and you get this little I right here, and you can press that I and it gives you a full list of examples that you can actually perform or do or say. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an example of basically just sending a text message. Send a text message to myself saying, "Hello, what's up?" Alright, so I'm actually going to take it out of the picture.
Which address should I use for Tanner? Home phone or home email?
Sorry, I was just taking it out of the picture because I don't want you guys to see my phone number. But there you go.
Ready to send it?
Yes, send the message.
Okay, I'll send it.
As you can see, it sends the text message, and now I have received the text message. So that was just a quick example of how you can actually send a text message via Siri, and that is an extremely great function if you are actually driving and you can't text, obviously, because that's the law. So I'm going to give you guys another example of it reading a text message. So I'm going to say on my iPhone 4 here, "Hey, this is a Siri test," and then send it, and then I will get notified here once it sends it. Okay, so I'm going to say, "Read me my messages."
Okay, 2 new messages from Tanner. Hello, what's up?
Okay, so I didn't want it to read the other message, but then from there you can either have it read it again, or you can reply to that message. So that was just an example of how Siri can read you different text messages. Now, you can also perform things like set a calendar appointment, or just other tasks like looking for restaurants close to you, or certain things that actually have a function. So here we go. Set up a calendar appointment for tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Bring the eggs home.
Okay, I set up your appointment for tomorrow.
So that was just
Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Cancel.
All right, Tanner, I'll leave it off your calendar.
Okay, so sorry about that, but that was just a quick example. And again, if you say something like set up a calendar appointment for tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. saying hello, what's up, it will actually write down saying. So that's just a key, or that's just a side note. So you actually have to go into your message after you say the time and date that you want the appointment to be set up for. So let's go ahead and set up another one. Set an appointment for August 15th, 2012. Hello, what's up? I need to meet with Frank today.
What time is your appointment?
2:30.
Okay, I set up your appointment for August 15th, 2012.
Okay, so again,
Are you ready for me to schedule it?
cancel.
All right, Tanner, I'll leave it off your calendar.
Okay, so again, that's just an example of a calendar appointment that you can set via Siri, and you can also tell it to play specific songs, skip ahead, or pause your song, or whatever it may be. But because I actually don't have any songs in my library, I won't be able to show you guys that, because I do use Spotify for all of my music. So that is basically just a quick example of Siri. I'm going to do a couple other things, so let's bring up the information panel here, and you can say things like, how do I get home, and it will navigate you to your house. You can also set alarms, so I'm going to show you guys that. Set an alarm for 12:30 a.m. tomorrow.
It's set for 12:30 a.m.
And as you can see, now you have the nice graphic of the alarm there, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And you can also set timers too, so set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
And as you can see, now it has a timer set for 10 minutes. So if you want to cancel it, you can say this. Cancel the timer.
Okay, I've canceled the timer.
Okay, so you can also do things like look certain things up in Wolfram Alpha. So let's say I wanted to know when the next lunar eclipse is. You can ask Siri this. When is the next lunar eclipse?
Checking my sources. Okay, here goes.
Alright, so now it brought it up in Wolfram Alpha, and you get all of this information, such as the time, the date, the type, so it's a total, and you also get where you can actually view it on a map, and again, it gives you the beginning time, the beginning total, and end partial times, and it also gives you some other information there too. You can also look up things like solar eclipses, and you can do practically anything related to looking up different odd bits of information. Like I can ask Siri this. How many days until Christmas?
I found this for you.
And as you can see, now it tells me how many days left until Christmas. And it even goes as far as saying how many months, weeks, weekends, and how long out of the total year. So it's 0.19 years away. And again, it is extremely good at doing that and at finding odd bits of information. And as I mentioned before, you can also check the weather. So you can ask it things like, will I need an umbrella today? How hot will it be today? Different things like that. Or give me the forecast for the week. So let's do that one. Give me the forecast for this week.
Here's the forecast for today through this Sunday.
As you can see, I have a nice forecast for today through this Sunday. If you want just like an hourly overview, you can say specific days or whatever day you're in right now. So give me the weather for today. Siri, give me the weather for today.
Here's the forecast for today.
As you can see, now I have an hourly prediction there. And again, it does work extremely well. You can even have it give you the forecast for other places. So let's go ahead and go. Siri, give me the weather for Beverly Hills today.
Okay, here's the weather for Beverly Hills today.
And as you can see, it does the exact same thing, and it does it really well. Now, moving on, you can also search the web, but it takes you out of this native Siri view, so let's go ahead and do that. Search the web for best tech info.
Searching for best tech info.
As you can see, it doesn't really do it all in one word, but you guys kind of get the point. It did search for best tech info and it brought me up there. So from there you can go ahead and go back to it, and I'm just going to show you a couple other quick things, just how it can actually respond to random questions. Siri, will you marry me?
We hardly know one another.
And as you can see, it definitely has some interesting responses. So if I say this, let's get to know each other.
I'd like that, Tanner, but I'm afraid it's impossible.
So again, as you can see, it definitely has some interesting responses to different questions. And even if you make a comment, it will kind of try and help you. And for certain things, it actually gives you answers, or it asks you questions. So let's go ahead and do this one. I need to get rid of a body. That one, it didn't actually do it, but let's try it again. I need to hide a body.
What kind of place are you looking for?
There we go.
Dumps, metal foundries, reservoirs, mines, or swamps?
Never mind.
Okay.
So again, as you can see, it definitely has somewhat of a humor because it did say that, and that's actually kind of creepy, to be quite honest. But again, it just does different things like that. So like if you say testing,
I can hear you.
as you can see, it does respond. So it is definitely nice, and it works extremely well. Dictation is also very good. Alright, so now here we are actually just inside of iMessage, and I'm going to show you guys dictation and how well that works. So you just have to hit the microphone button here next to the spacebar, and it will start. And this is throughout all applications. However, if you are at a place where you need to enter a password, then it will not have the microphone button for obvious reasons. So we're going to start out by just hitting it. This is a Siri test. And as you can see, it translates it pretty fast. You can also do things like say all caps, and it will make just that one word after you say all caps, all caps. And you can also say new line, and it will create a new line. So I'm going to give you guys an example of that. All caps, hello, new line, hello, question mark, exclamation mark. Okay, so as you can see, the first one is all caps. It created a new line, and then it said hello, question mark, exclamation mark. So you can pretty much just say anything you want. It is good, however, for certain things, it doesn't exactly work. So I'm going to show you guys an example of that. This is my iPhone 4S. And as you can see, it does not know how to say iPhone 4S. So I'm just going to delete that, and we will try again. iPhone 4S. Okay, that time it actually got it right, but 90% of the time I want to say it does not get it right, and it says what I showed you previously. So again, that's just something that it does do, and that's something that the developers will have to work out, and they'll have to figure it out. So again, I really do like Siri, and it is really in-depth, and its integration is pretty deep, and again, I really like Siri, and I think it's one of the key points of the iPhone 4S, and it's definitely a good reason to buy it if that's your only reason. So again, this was my review of Siri. I hope you guys liked it. I will also be doing more reviews or more videos of Siri when new features are added or when it comes out of beta. Whatever happens to it, I will be doing a video basically. So again, I hope you guys liked this video. You can't really see my thumb here, but please remember to rate it up and hit that subscribe button up there in the top left-hand corner to be notified every time I release a new video. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below in the comment section. Until next time, this is ICU, signing out.